3, 2, 1. Hello friends. I thought I'd teach you something new today in our mindful movement, and I have been very deliberate about trying to work through almost all the series is work that I was very deliberate about making sure that it's work that we can do while we're seated or lying down. And the beauty about that is I really wanted people to not bring in limiting beliefs around what they can and cannot do around these kinds of energy practices, thinking that maybe they have a quote-unquote bad knee, or I have a bad back, or I can't hold myself upright for too long, or I really can't, I don't have the energy and stamina, or perhaps you're recovering from an illness or have a long-term chronic issue that you're dealing with. I really wanted to make sure that all people understand that most of the practices are applicable and can be done while sitting or lying down. Today, I wanted to teach you something very simple, which would be something you can use while you're walking. And so today's a walking practice, and I'm going to teach you something called the Tai Chi Walk. And this is for those days when you're really wanting to meditate, but you're not feeling quite that sense of, I want to be still, I want to move. And all the things that we've done are mindful movements, right? So they're all meditations with movement, but this one is literally called a walk. So here's how it goes. You're going to take your left foot and you're going to step forward with it, like you're taking a normal step. But then almost as though you're changing your mind and saying, actually, I don't want to step forward. I think I'm going to step back. I'm going to pivot off of my heel, turn my foot out a little bit, and then I'm going to start the other foot. So now, the right foot, let's do the right foot. Right foot is going to step forward. You're going to lean forward. Change your mind, go back a little bit. Tilt your toes, step through, and then you're going to walk with the other foot. So let's do it again. Starting with the left leg. I'm going to go as far back as I can in my space. So take a step forward, left, lean forward. Notice that my hands are just participants. They're not holding tight, they're not holding tension, they're just loose. I'm going to change direction and lean back, turn the toes this way. Now I'm going to step through with my right. So you're going to go forward and then back. Tilt your foot and step through. Forward, back. Tilt the toes in the front and step through. Let's see if I can give you an angle from the side. So, working with the left foot, you're going to step forward with the left, then lean back on it, put on the foot, on the heel, turn, step through, and walk. Forward, back, turn, and step. 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 I really was wondering, where would I do this practice? And the best place I could have filmed this for you was somewhere outside. But given my constraints and the time that I had, and the really, really cold front that is out in California right now, I decided I'm just going to use a small space. And that's actually wonderful, because I bet you that many of us are heading into the cold season right now. We don't have a lot of space in our houses, right? This is about a little tiny 3 foot by 3 foot space. It's tiny. We're gonna go back and try it again. Now, how do we start? Do we take we go on a journey, right? So we're gonna go forward and back, tilt, and step. Every step is mindful. Notice the heel, noticing your toes, noticing the weight shift. engaging your mind so you can notice the knees and the hips. Forward and back. I'm going to turn this way, step, back, tilt, step. Now, I want to pay attention to my breath. Were you holding your breath this entire time? Because this is a little bit more complicated, isn't it? So it seems like, oh, I gotta really focus on this one. And I want to invite you to let go of that, ooh, I gotta focus, and just say, I gotta play. I'm just walking. Now, I talked about the magic of the metaphor I love in this Tai Chi Walk the most. Because for me, it is such a good story that really mirrors my life. I want to make a decision and take a step forward with confidence and power. Yet, I have to take into consideration so many things, and I give myself permission to say, hold back, pull back a little bit, look around again. What do you need to notice? Then I see something, maybe an opportunity, maybe a relationship, maybe a friendship, maybe a feeling that feels better, and I pivot just so slightly, and then I step forward with a different attitude, a different mindset, right? So notice the story behind this walk. So I'm stepping, I'm giving myself permission to change my stance a little bit. I'm turning, now I'm stepping. Where could this kind of be helpful in your life? Is it in a relationship? At work? In your relationship with God? Or your own relationship with your faith? Is it in your relationship with your children? Whether they're little or grown people? Where can you take a step forward and pull back, breathe, ground yourself again, shift ever so slightly, and then with confidence and power step forward and go? Where could that be useful for you? And notice how empowering it is to say, I'm stepping, but I'm allowed to change my mind and go back a little bit. And here's where my recovery is, right? I take a deep breath and I step through, and I'm going next. Good. So you have homework this time. This time I really want you to take this walk, practice it indoors just a little bit, and then take your warm clothes, your warm shoes, somewhere where it's not yet slippery, so watch your feet, and do this practice outside and tell me what you notice. This is one of those practices in which, for me, portals of wisdom, of spirit just pour down to me. Divine guidance, ideas for writing, and inspiration for these videos. I'm curious, what happens for you when you do this? Call this the Tai Chi Walk. What happens for you? You commit to a practice of Tai Chi Walk. So will you do this homework? Will you let me know how it went? Please subscribe, share, and let us know how you liked the video. If there's more that you'd like to see, please let us know. We're gonna make it for you. Have a beautiful, blessed day. See you next week.